A few weeks ago, my husband Matt and I got together with four other couples for dinner. We do this friendship dinner once a month where we share a meal, and the hosts of the meal ask one question. While we sit together, we all answer the question. It might be a prompt that helps us know something about each person's childhood, or who impacted them the most in their high school years, or what life lesson they hope most to teach their children. It's a beautiful meal full of intentionality, laughter, and the joy of community. 2 Sundays ago, the question was simple: how are you? There was one caveat: you were not allowed to answer with the words fine or good. What transpired over the next hour and a half was raw and real, and a very clear reminder: we all have stuff. Big stuff, work stuff, health stuff, relationship, marriage, friend, children stuff, past stuff, present stuff, just stuff. When we left that night, Matt looked at me and said something he says a lot. I forget it sometimes, but we are all walking around with stuff. All of us. What about you? I want to ask you, how are you? Like really, really, how are you doing? My guess is that you aren't good or fine. Whether your pain point or problem is right at the surface, or it's something that you try to bury deep in you, it's there. If you answered honestly, you might tell me that your current circumstances are completely overwhelming you, and your spirit feels crushed beneath the weight of it all. Maybe the unknown of life scares you to death, and you just wish you knew what to do next. Maybe you're anxious all the time, and you feel like your negative thoughts hold you captive in your own mind. Maybe things are 98% great, but there's that last 2% lurking around the dark edges of your mind that, if you're honest, you have no idea what to do with. Like Matt said, we all have stuff. But what do we do with it? And you may be thinking, I've never had much success dealing with my stuff. What are you going to give me that's going to help? If I could give you one thing, if I could know your answer to how are you, if I knew your intimate secrets and the deepest longings of your heart, if I knew your greatest struggle, if I could see all the negative things you tell yourself, if I could look you straight in the eye and give you just one thing, I would give you God's Word. God's Word leading you, God's Word healing your broken places, God's Word fighting the lies, God's Word encouraging your heart, God's Word battling your insecurities, God's Word giving you purpose, God's Word in the middle of the night, God's Word all day long, God's Word for life and blessing and joy, God's Word helping you overcome negative thoughts, God's Word for you. No matter if you were my best friend, my worst enemy, the president, or my kid, if I had the privilege of knowing you in your struggle, God's Word is the one thing I would labor to give you.